Montreal on January 6, 1977, Mrs. Florida Malbeuf was sitting in her kitchen in the middle of the night. From where she was sitting, she could see something that looked like a large plate, 5 meters wide, landing on the roof of a building across the street. She couldn't believe her eyes, but something was definitely happening. Suddenly, she saw 2 figures moving towards the edge of the roof. She was too far away to make out their features, but they appeared to be dressed in white one-piece jumpsuits.
One of them got out of the spaceship and went to the edge of the roof. He looked up and down, left and right. Then he went back into the spaceship, but there were 2 of them.
Soon afterwards, Mrs. Malbeuf saw the flying saucer again. This time it rose up into the air, headed south, and quickly disappeared into the distance. Thinking that someone might be playing a cruel joke on her, Mrs. Malbeuf decided not to call the police. The next day, she confided in her son André, who decided to climb up on the neighbor's roof. Despite the cold weather, there was a 6-meter-wide circle where the snow had melted. He called the police, who refused to come and investigate. Reporters seemed much more interested in the story.
When I met Andre, he told me that he had been up on the roof with the cameraman. They took some pictures, and there seemed to be some indentation. So we decided that a group of us would go up onto the roof and see what it was all about. So when we got up onto the roof, we looked around, and we could see there was this kind of an indentation in one area, some melted snow, and sort of a circular type of area. Walking around, we noticed there looked like small little footprints in some area. So we cut out a piece of ice, brought it down, put it in the fridge, and I don't recall what happened to it, but we took some pictures and some measurements and documented it for later use.
The footprints looked like they were made by boots. Each one was 16 centimeters long and 4 centimeters wide.
I think a day or 2 later, I had come back with a Geiger counter. There was no traces of radiation. There was no chemicals in the snow. There was nothing that could indicate there was something strange in that area, other than the melted ice, which could have been caused by something we assume very hot to melt it as like that.
Although the Malbeuf case was investigated by ufologists, no explanation was ever found. A mysterious circle also appeared in the Sainte-Marie de Mont-Noir case.